Hey y'all, so we're doing our first live right at 6. I was hoping to interview someone today, but if not, just to give you guys an overview about the group, which I have already done, but I absolutely do it again because we had a lot of new people join the group. And the whole purpose of Queens Building Castles was to start a network of women where you could kind of rely on each other for engagement and for just ideas and things like that. I do have a podcast, Queens Building Castles, the podcast. It's available on Anchor and Spotify. I am not on Apple. It's a lot of different little places like Pocket Cast. It's like a bunch of little places you can listen to the podcast, but one of the main places will be Spotify and Anchor. And on the podcast, I interview different Black women in business that are up and rising, and a lot of the women are in this group. I'm expecting it to grow, and I just really want to be a true, genuine network. Now, for a larger scale green, I would love for Queens Building Castles to be a store. I have literally had this dream. A lot of you guys have products, and I would love to be a store where I'm displaying Black owned products in the store. I'm located in Augusta, Georgia. I'm not going to say if it's a market for it or if it's not, because as far as Black businesses, there's a lot of Black businesses in Augusta, Georgia right now. We're next to Atlanta, but we ain't nothing like Atlanta. Like 2, 3, 4 steps back from Atlanta. I recently went to Atlanta and had a great time. And so yeah, that is legit my dream for Queens Building Castles. If I could have a store where I'm able to display other Black women things and maybe have a rotation where, some people, I may have your product on display for a month and then of course switch it out. And that's just to help other Black businesses get their names out. That was the whole goal of the group, is really just to to just support each other, and it's something that's needed. As far as this group, it's not a lot of promotion in the group, only because I don't want to. I mean, I understand the aspect of promotion, but if we're all business owners, I can't really, see it going as far as it should go. Hey Benita, if you want to go on camera, I can bring you on. Just let me know so you could tell them about your shirts. Benita is somebody I used to work with. She's great spirit, and she sells shirts, you guys. God soldier shirts. So yeah, and I think Benita, you've been doing it for a while, for over a year. Yeah, she's been selling shirts for a while. But yeah, that's the goal, is to just for everybody to kind of have other people that they can rely on to ask questions. And on the podcast, I have personally interviewed 5 women. I got to 5 and I started feeling discouraged for no particular reason. I just felt like I had too much on my plate. And Queens Building Castles is one of the things that I let kind of go to the back burner for a little while. But I do want to see the group become bigger. Congratulations on that, Benita. That's great. That's great, because I think you're second or third round of shirts, and it's a message that you stuck to. And I listened to your inspirational speeches on Instagram, and I like your hair because I seen you got the sister locks now. So yeah, and that's really what it's about, celebrating the Black women that's doing it. More than just surface level, because we all kind of getting. I'm in a lot of groups, and a lot of people talk about how they're not getting what they need from the groups and stuff like that. And so you just really just gotta know where to look and stuff like that, and don't rely on the groups for sales. I would say I see a lot of people do that, and don't do that. Don't do that, because everybody is in there trying to make a sale. So I can't really see it happening. But if you know your audience and you kind of know what you're selling and where you want to sell it to, that's kind of where you need to be gearing towards, instead of in a whole pool of people that want to make a sale as well. So yeah. But yeah, we had 5 women, and I may close the season off with that, only because I still have the website to work on. Whew, I still got a lot, so I don't want to overwhelm myself in trying to schedule interviews, and it was a lot, especially because everybody is from all over the world and not just America. So that was coordinating to make sure, I'm available, they're available. It was a lot of hit and miss. You got to make sure your equipment is correct, uploading, editing, all that good stuff. And it just got to a point where it was too much too soon. And I had already kind of got that warning that I may start doing too much, and it absolutely came true that I was doing too much. And of course I still was doing Into the Future. I have the shirt, and that's just me reviewing food, local places. And I was doing that, and I enjoy doing it because I enjoy eating. And it just started as a thing of me wanting to know that the money that I was about to spend was going to be worth the price. In short. And a lot of times I was left feeling disappointed. And I'm a person that read reviews, and a lot of people was leaving out a lot of things. So when I review a place, I try to be honest. A lot of people do a lot of fluff, and they get the endorsement deals. In Augusta, we for sure have people that started around the same time that I started that has endorsement deals and stuff. But they also are never, and I do mean never, saying anything bad. They're not saying anything that's slightly like, they could have did better. So it's almost like you're paying for a review, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be honest, because we at a point where a plate nowadays is running you $15 at any restaurant. So if you're going to pay $15, you need to know your $15 worth something. And I try to always keep minimum wage as like a baseline for me. That if I was getting paid $7.25, would this plate be worth 2 hours of my time? And so on and so on. And so that's how Into the Future started. It just started as me trying to give honest reviews of places, instead of just all the fluff of this place is great, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Queens Building Castles, like I said, my ultimate goal for Queens Building Castles would be to continue the interview and to continue to get people names out there and continue to build a network, but also to have a brick and mortar, just so that we can spread, so we can legit just reach places that we couldn't reach. But my personal goals is, I have a store called Abstract Living, and I have not been giving it my 110 or even 100% or even 90%. And with that store, it's pretty much home decor. I love home decor. I love looking at HGTV. I love all of that. So that's what that vision was for me. It was an online thrift store. And I do make sales here and there, but I'm not as dedicated as I could be. So that's something that I need to work on. And then with that particular store, one thing I really wanted to add to it would be journals. And I posted a video last night. I successfully made my first journal. So, yay to me. Yay to me. I made my first journal, but now I want to get into designing and doing all the little things that make a journal special, because I have a bunch of them. I have a good 20. I do write in them. They're all for different things, and I really wanted to grow on that. So Abstract Living would be pillows, which I love. It would be thrift store finds, stuff that I find that I think you need, that I'm reselling. And then, of course, journals, and I would love to get in stationery and stuff like that. On my website, I'm personally still working on. So some of the problems that I have had to overcome and starting a business would be time management. I speak about it a lot on my other podcast, Crazy in Love, the podcast. And one way I have managed that would be time blocking, which is dedicating a certain time to a certain task. You know what I mean? So just one task. Don't give it like a blanket thing. Like for example, clean your room. You know, that's like a blanket thing. Your room is your room. It's a lot of space in here. So time blocking would be at 6:20. I am going to clean off my dresser. That's it. That one thing. That's what I'm going to do. That has helped me a lot. That has helped me a lot. As far as getting things done, because if you look at all the things you need to do, it's easy to get overwhelmed, and especially if you're trying to start a business, because for most of us, we're still managing our home life, we still managing working, we still managing kids, household chores, you know, having to go to the store, wash clothes, or whatever you got to do in your home life, you still managing it, plus you're trying to start this other thing off. And so that's something that has helped me a lot. Another thing that has helped me is seeing my progress. And the way I do that is just writing something that I have done down on a sticky note and sticking it on the wall. For example, the day I posted in this group that I didn't have a good day. I felt like I hadn't got anything done. That wasn't true at all. You know, I had went to get my car seen about. I had scheduled posts. I think I had like deep cleaned the bathroom. And so it seemed like I hadn't done anything. When in reality, I mean, I did a full day of things, but because I didn't tackle the one thing that I wanted to do, it felt like I was unproductive the whole day, and it wasn't true. So you have to manage how you are telling yourself about the things that you are getting done. You are getting things done. You know what I mean? You may not feel like you are, but you is. You know, if you fed the baby and you sat down and read a story, and that's things you done. And those things count too, because those things are in your personal life, and those things that are helping develop the people around you or your house or whatever. So we got to give ourselves more credit as far as that. We can't like discredit the small things and say, well, I didn't really get much done today. Because if you really sit back and you go down the list of everything you done that day, you done a lot. Another thing that has helped me, of course, will be my vision board. I posted about it back in January. My vision board was probably one of the greater things that I did. And it really has kept me on track as far as the things I want to do for the year. And I can kind of look at it and see where I'm at and where I want to be. And then, you know, of course, you're going to move towards those goals because nobody else is going to do it for you. So you still have to put forth the effort. But yeah, and I also have one thing to say. This year, although I registered in abstract living, I've been doing it for a while, but this year I actually registered it with the state for state sales tax, and I got an email from them. So this is just to let everybody know I did not report earnings to them because I have not earned anything as far as abstract living, right? Well, I got a letter from them pretty much saying that whether you made anything or not, it's mandatory. You still have to report every month. And in my head, you know, it was like, oh, this too much. I'm not really ready for that, especially because I'm not making money. You know, I'm not making too much money from it. So it's like, it's too much. I have something in addition to do on top of, getting things to where I want, especially as far as the website and stuff. So just keep that in mind, you guys. Once you apply for I think it's a sales tax license or something like that. Once you apply with the state, you are going to be responsible for go ahead and reporting every single month. So keep that in mind. As far as the website, I am still building my website. I'm building it on Wix, WIX, but I'm still on the I'm still on the fence about it. Even though the website almost done, I don't know if that's the guaranteed place I want to be, if that makes sense. So I'm still working through that. Let me see. Trying to think of some stuff that I learned and stuff. And of course, I've been to a few pop-up shops, and with those, I will tell you just everything. Depends on if it's indoor or outdoor. Make sure you have your table, chairs, banner, your products, stuff to put your products on. I myself like layers. I like, if I walk up to your table, I like to see not everything flat laid out like like you at a yard sale, but maybe something where you can add some dimensions, business cards, something to eat, something to drink. You're going to be there all day. Fortunate, my mom was able to bring me stuff every time I've done one. Change, have change for people that's paying with cash. Let me see, of course, a mask right now anyway. And yeah, so that's the pop-up shop, like rundown. I swear, if you have one, if you don't have one, remember to read the fine print on all these point of sale systems. That's important. You gotta get into that. Of course, your logo is important. We learned many times about making a simple logo that can go over multiple colors. And you guys see me speaking to Benita earlier, and she did that really great because she has a basic thing, a basic saying, and then she's able to change the color of the shirts without it being such a hassle, which is the same as Nike done, Adidas done, Puma, Pink, all your favorite places, Marathon Clothing, all of them. Something very basic. My shirt right now, very basic. It's a shirt I made for Into the Future. I can change this. I can change Into the Future and put it on a different color shirt. So of course, that's a tip and trip. Your email, very important. I like emails that align with the company, so I'm not, you're not too far off. And that's about it. And I think, I order from black-owned businesses all the time. I really slowed down because I had got out of control. I was trying to buy from everybody, and I had to look at my bank account like, wait a minute. But just make sure that when you are sending people things, make sure they are sealed if they need to be sealed, because the mail process is brutal. You know what I mean? It's going from your house to a bucket, from a bucket to a truck, from a truck to another truck to a machine to a truck to a person that's throwing it. It's doing a lot before it gets to you. So, and especially if you got like a oil, because the oil is going to loosen up whatever you got screwed on. So it's going to loosen it up, and by the time it gets to the to the person, it's probably open, spilled, all that good stuff. Not good stuff, bad stuff. So that's something, of course, labeling. You guys, I posted a picture of I bought something. I didn't even remember what I bought. And yeah. But she did text me back, y'all. She did text me back and tell me what each thing was, and I honestly don't remember buying it. I probably should have put down the post. So yeah, so be careful of that. Make sure your prices are okay with you, and so on and so on. But eventually, I would like to interview people in the group, just so you guys could tell a little bit about yourself, and similar to what I do on the podcast. which is just interview you and let you talk about the business or whatnot, your business, and tell us what you got going on. You know, we got people that have organizations in this group, all types of stuff. So yeah, yep. I would like it to be a network, a little bit different than the other groups because I think it's a lot of selling being done, which of course, like I said, everybody wants to sell, but at the same time, we need to make sure that we are a legit business, a business that's ready for those things, because you don't want to make your big break and then you're not ready for it because you got what's the word, you got sales because you asked for them, if that makes sense. You know, because you ask people, hey, can you buy a product? And that's actually how I bought the last thing. It's because the young lady, I'm saying nobody had bought anything from her, and so I bought it. And so, yeah. So, yeah, perfecting your craft, all that good stuff. It's hard work, but it's going to be worth it for all of us if we all do the work and we all stick together and we all do the things. I was going to interview. I do not want to pronounce her name wrong. I think it's Belle. So I was going to interview Belle tonight. And maybe she got cold feet. Maybe she didn't want to do it. But you know, I of course y'all know I do my little research when it comes to interviewing people. So her page was Forever Beauty, and it looks like she sell multiple things. Some green tea, vitamin C, skincare. It looks like she may do some custom work because she had floating candles. And it looks like she may sell plant-based candles, which would be candles made from plant-based materials, right? And yeah, so I had that ready. But if you guys want to do an interview, absolutely inbox me. We could go live or we could do the podcast. It doesn't matter. I do both. I need to get back into it anyway, only because it started off with me taking a break, and now I really just been neglecting it at this point, and I need to get back into it. And yeah, so you guys just keep promoting yourself, keep promoting your businesses, keep going, because the future is ours. All we got to do is take it. It's there. So yeah, you guys continue building castles, building legacies, leaving something for your bloodline. So yeah.